What do you guys think? Are slootstitutes an acceptable alternative to a sexless marriage? Or should he just have cut his losses and called it a day?
Yeah.
You know, snuggled up at night with a fleshlight and some Orn pay.
If you become a master debater after you get married, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. But you know, the best thing about master debating is the foreplay and the cuddle time.
All right now, I am the wrong color for this, but I'm still gonna give it a go. If you have not read The Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty, well, you just haven't lived. Because after all, I was born a poor black child that was melanin challenged. Click on the links in the description, get this book and read it, cause I said so. Or not. You know, I'm not a beggar. That is all, you bundle of sticks. End of commercial.
What's up, you back page dwelling bastards? I'm Blake, this is Popp. Ride and roast with two Richards in a car.
Yeah, slamming!
But we're raw dogging it today. Because I got a nice Reddit article for you. Well, I don't even know if you call it an article. Reddit thread, right?
Thread article. I mean, and we'll talk about anything when we're doing this shit.
My 21-year-old female dad, who's a 55-year-old male, has been sleeping with prostitutes for who knows how long, and my mom, 50-year-old female, just found out. She is assuming their genders. I find that offensive, personally, on behalf of the stunning and brave alphabet community.
I'm totally upset.
She confided in me and doesn't want my dad to know. How can I help her?
All right, first of all,
tell her to start giving it up again.
There's a reason why he's doing that.
Well, yeah.
Now, either she's not doing the deal, number one, or number two, she pulled the pin on the fat grenade and slammed onto every branch of the ugly tree on the way down.
It's quite possible, yeah. Back in the day, when I was in college, I used to bang this chick who was, oh, wow. She was, her ass had a fan club. It was that nice. And so was her face.
Why I gotta say things like this?
2 kids later.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. She looked like the aborted love fetus of Miss Piggy and Tess Holliday.
Oh, my God.
It was bad news bears, man.
The aborted love fetus? Oh, my God.
You have...
Shit!
There is an attitude that has been identified by a lot of Western dudes. They see it, like... And this is a reason why a lot of women push for marriage, is because they want to believe, even though it's weapons-grade nonsense, unless you're talking about your children, in unconditional love. That's why they always push for marriage, is because they want an excuse to pull the pin on the fat grenade, blow up, have a couple of kids, and lock you in as a financial safety net for life.
Yeah, and they use the, I had your children. A lot of guys are like, oh.
It's like, yeah, you had my children. So what, we have sex twice and you get to call it good? You just get to declare victory like Napoleon and go home? No, that's not how this works.
No, that's bullshit.
Yes. Staying married is a choice that you make every day, and not just once.
When you're flipping the bill, shall we say?
Yeah. Or flipping the prostitute in this dude's case.
I'm just saying, when you flip the bill for that kind of stuff, those women try a lot harder than a Miss Piggy wife. Maybe she's not doing certain things that this guy has got he's got accustomed to.
I don't know. That is one thing,
It's quoting Chris Rock there.
As we dive into here, I'm wondering if we're going to find out if there's been any wrongdoing on the mommy's part. 2 weeks ago, my mom discovered that my dad was having sex with prostitutes. She found out he was looking at escort sites and the like online and used a GPS tracking thing on his phone to find out where he was going. She went to the Popp class of stalking. Yeah. And one day followed him and confronted him as he was exiting a seedy hotel room with a prostitute. Well, that's a bad day for everybody.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
When you finally confronted your ex-hooer, was it in that kind of a situation, or did you just have like all the evidence laid out on the dining room table when she came back from work one day?
I had all the evidence printed up and I had all the pictures, and stuff like that, and the video, the whole deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to need you to sign these. These are the divorce papers.
It was, I didn't really know the depth of everything that was going on until after that point is when I started really digging into it.
That's when you discovered the balls depth of everything.
Yeah, that's when I discovered it was a forced Cox, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And then I picked apart her phone bill, and she actually had visited doctors. She used to work for a hospital.
Yeah.
They were out of the hospital network.
Okay.
And this guy specialized in infectious diseses.
Oh.
Oh, that I was livid.
I hope you went and got checked after that.
Of course,
shit.
I went right to the Russian doctor, and I'm like, Doc.
Hey, Dr. Spetsnaz, I need you to stick a needle in my wiener and find out if there's anything wrong.
Yeah, I put my Johnson in a knot hole. I didn't know it was a knot hole at the time. I think I explained it to him, and he's like, "Dad, this is terrible.
It's terrible. You're going to die."
In Russia, we beat that woman down. And it's just like, yeah, well, I can't do that here.
Can't do that here. I mean, I've got a stick all picked out for the occasion, but...
Yeah, and he's just like, all right, hey. We go, and he tells the nurse it's going to take the blood, and she comes in, and she's like, damn, this is terrible.
It's terrible.
Because everyone's rushing there.
Yeah.
Oh, we had 8 vials for this, Like,
give you the dude equivalent of a Pap
oh,
smear.
no, they had to take a vial for all of the herpes simplex test.
Of course.
A vial for the HIV test.
Ugh.
And then they run another vial for gonorrhea and syphilis.
Oh, yeah, I remember every time I went to, get all my fucking testing done, it was just, you by the time you're done there, you're just like, juicy steak? That sounds great.
Yeah, I walked out of there with 3 different types of antibiotics. He's like, you take this test just in case. Yes, if you have time, you take care of everything.
Yeah, if your dick starts to fall off, you're doing it wrong.
Don't kill her.
Don't kill her.
I like you.
You go to jail.
I was like, all right, man.
At first, he tried to assure me that it was a one-time thing, but when she presented the evidence that he had been to the same hotel many times in the past months, he told her it had started this past summer, but that it was just sex and didn't mean anything.
Well, I mean, typically that's what it is.
For dudes, that actually can be what it is. There was I think it was a lesbian, possibly something like that. She was a woman. Passed herself off as a man and hung out with this whole bunch of dudes for months on end. And she said that she appreciated men so much more after that because she didn't really understand the biological urges. Like the fact that sex for us isn't really even so much a preference as it is like a need when you go for a long time without. And she said she didn't understand how alienated we can feel, the fact that we're not encouraged to talk about how we feel about shit.
Yep.
So, yeah, in this particular instance, men are actually capable of dissociating the emotional from the physical.
You go full caveman.
Yeah.
You don't get pooned for a while.
Oh, I know, man. I start to go crazy. It's just something that is one of the definitive differences between the sexes. Women will never understand that, just like men will never understand a lot of the shit that women go through. We can't have a period. You don't have the same sexual urges. It is what it is.
Yeah. To be honest, I really don't care anymore.
Well, I mean, you gave a shit. It's just like any dude.
I used to care.
You grow up and you're told, women are the prize. They're wonderful. They're amazing. No. You need to work to earn their commitment and time. And
no, I don't even try anymore.
Oh, as soon as you realize that the complete opposite is true, and that you're actually the one with more to offer.
Well, I
flips everything on its head.
I still date women and stuff, but I just
date women and stuff.
I act like this is how I act. This is what I do.
Yeah.
You can hang out, cool. If not, cool. I'm fine.
I got a hole in the screen door on the side of the house.
Listen, come on. I've lived alone almost my entire life. It's not a big deal to me anymore. Are you going to scare me with something I've been doing for basically 95% of my time on this planet already.
Yeah.
Ooh, shocker. Ooh, get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at it!
Look at it.
My mom has kept prodding, and now he is saying that it all actually started a decade ago, and that he has been getting massages while away on business trips, too.
He's decided to unburden himself of all the guilt.
On top of all this, he maintains that he plans on quitting this behavior cold turkey, wants to stay married, but refuses to go to therapy or really even have a conversation with my mom about it. Just keeps saying it was just sex and doesn't mean anything, and he will definitely stop.
Well, do I think he'll definitely stop? No.
No. He'll just get better at hiding it.
No, he's got a taste for it. That's it.
Have you been doing it for 10 years? I mean,
Yeah.
like we say with women, there is no such thing as a sleut phase.
Know what he could do? He could say, hey, listen, are the bills paid? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Do you have a very good house? Yes or no? Do you drive a nice car? Yes or no?
Yeah. Am I still providing this for you despite the fact that you've gained 100 pounds and don't put out? Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
You want to go out and buy booze, bras, and bullshit? I'm going to let you do that. This is my hobby.
Yeah, I'm just like, he always comes home, he does his deal.
Yeah.
She's going to get upset. She's probably going to file for divorce.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But,
she should just think of it as building ships in a bottle, except the ships are his dick and the bottle are prostitutes.
I knew a guy who got busted, cheating on his wife. And I was like, look, man, it's not a big deal. A lot of guys do this every now and again. I mean, you take care of your family and shit, but you were stupid and you got caught. What can I say? Don't get caught, bro.
Don't get caught.
First of all, never pay with a credit card because that shit goes to your house. And women, they're going to open up all your shit.
Yep.
I mean, you move a woman into your house, you might as well mark everything with Braille because she's going to finger fuck everything you own. It's going to happen.
And another thing, too. If you actually want any semblance of privacy in your life, and I know women and men, both, they think that this is God's gift to infidelity, a smartphone. But, I mean, you did the similar sort of deal. Put a GPS on a car. This is a GPS.
That's right.
Anybody who has access to this can put a keylogger and a GPS tracker on it. Doesn't matter how well you think you've hidden your tracks. There you go. So if you're going to be stupid and go to seedy motels with a bunch of, sleutstitutes, then sleutstitutes, just pack this in and get a T9 phone. I mean, I'm not condoning this by any stretch of the imagination, but there is a real need out there for that particular career. And there are dudes out there who are in loveless marriages who, it's better that they go out and do that than to, snap and, bring a hatchet home from work.
It's got to pound one out. Honestly, I mean, if I was in a marriage and I needed to do that, I would not stay in that marriage.
No.
I'd be like, look, this isn't working. I have needs.
I'm holding up my end of the deal. You're not holding up your end of the deal. As far as I'm concerned, the contract is null and void. Let's just make it official. All right?
That's right. The minute the sex stops, you need to get the hell out of there, bro.
Yeah.
It's not
and
worth
none of
it.
this I just don't understand where my drive went. I need to go see a therapist. Yeah, you're going to tell a therapist your side of the story, and they're going to reinforce your delusions of superiority as a woman.
Yeah.
And that's about all you're going to get out of it. $200, please.
That's absolutely correct. Bullshit. Yeah, do I feel bad for the wife? Yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah, because no one likes that. That is not a phone call or a discovery that anyone wants to make.
No. But, I mean, there's two sides to every story. We're only getting one here. Was that all of it? Or?
No, there's more here.
Oh, yeah, go into it.
I'm just wondering if anybody is going to talk about the amount of shagnanigans that were happening in that house before this happened, because I guarantee you that feeds into it.
Obviously, my mother is heartbroken and said she doesn't have many close friends.
Ooh, there's a problem. There's a red flag.
And family is in another country. We are immigrants.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
She has been telling me all about this and the new developments.
Well, what country did they come from?
Doesn't say.
Oh, all right.
At least not yet.
I've never been close to my parents. I dislike my dad, and although I love my mom, I have never really been close enough with her to discuss serious things like this. But I desperately want to help her out.
Okay, so we've got a few red flags here.
She dislikes her dad.
Dislikes her dad, not close to her mom, so there may be some abusiveness going on here. Mom doesn't have any close friends. If she doesn't have any close friends who are women, big red flag there. And mom may have been getting her tonsils buttered on the side if that's the case. Because we know what women who have exclusively guy friends or not very many close friends are like.
I honestly want her to divorce my dad because I think his behavior is loathsome, and I don't believe that he is actually willing to change, or if he is, I don't think he will be able to actually follow through.
I know he won't.
Well, that part I actually agree with. Yeah, he's not going to change.
No.
Unless the circumstances in the marriage that pushed him to that point change, not going to happen.
I'm telling you right now, they're probably from Russia type country or France, because men do that all the time over there. It's not a big deal to them.
Yep. Okay.
So far, I've been mostly just listening to her and hugging her and telling her I love her, but I haven't told her my opinion of what she should do because I think she and my dad should be the ones making the decision.
True enough.
True. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I have told her that I think she needs to force him to talk about this and go to therapy.
Well, I'm not going to listen.
Therapy only helps if you want it.
Yeah. Do you know how many people actually have their marriages saved due to fucking marriage therapy? It's a scam.
Next to none.
It's like 7% success rate. It's an absolute scam.
7%?
I'm just pulling that out of my ass. I don't know.
47% of statistics are made up.
I'm just saying, it's got to be very little.
Yeah.
And if it's that low or close to it, it's just a scam.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's 25% make it, that's still 1 in 4. That's still scam.
But what I just said, if you're going to go to therapy, it has to be because you want to. If you go to couples therapy and one person is the one pushing that and you just get kind of dragged along for the ride, who's it really going to help?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be there. You're not actually going there because you think you're going to get anything out of it. You basically have a gun to your head, especially as a dude, because you either go to the marriage therapy and, waste an hour of your day with somebody who's probably not going to listen to your side in the first place.
Yep.
Or you just file for divorce now and cut a check for half your shit.
Yeah, I remember my marriage therapy. We did like one session, and then I remember I called the guy, and he basically says, "Look, man, she's not into it. This shit's over. You can come see me, by yourself." But yeah, just by her tone and the way she was, answering her questions and shit.
Yeah.
He was like, "It's a wrap, bro. You need to get your parachute on and get ready for some Vlad Tepes, treatment in the courts."
A little bit of turbulence there coming down the pipe. Because men and women do cheat for different reasons. Men, because they actually have an opportunity to cheat. Women, because they have emotionally checked out of the relationship.
And it just blew my mind. Like, I knew this woman for almost 10 years, and she just flipped a switch and just killed my dog and went all like psycho, man.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. But
what?
that is the way of things, though. Like,
you
can tell there's a big difference between why men and women cheat just because of the fact that all women have to do to get laid is say yes. They have a readily available supply of sex virtually anywhere they go.
24/7, 365.
If they're average looking, they can go into CVS, petition 5 guys, 3 to 4 of them will say yes.
Yep. She'll get her 5 guys, burgers, and fries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little bit of Cajun spice on there if she's lucky. Or unlucky, depending on how you look at it. It burns!
My ex-wife, maybe she might have got some of that. I don't know.
Hey, you never know. She probably got the super gonorrhea by now. I'm sure her diabetes just loves that. Oh, boy.
Is there anything else I can do to help her in this horrible, hard time?
Yeah, stay out of it.
Any resources that could be useful to her at this time?
A good lawyer.
Lawyer?
She's seeing a therapist on her own right now, which is helping her sort out her thoughts.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I'm sure.
And I'm sure your dad's paying for that too.
Yeah. Listen, that whole therapist bullshit, I'm just not into it. I mean, it's bullshit.
A fancy word for a friend who agrees with everything that you say, but you pay him. And how can I deal with my disgust and hate for my dad? I live at home at the moment and I have a hard time acting normal around him.
Move out.
So move out then.
Just move out.
Yeah, stop being a resource leech if you're not going to be grateful for it. Since he was busted, he's acted more cheery around me, so I think he's overcompensating to cover up what is happening. Well, that, and he's not walking around with the guilt on his shoulders anymore either. Believe it or not, that is a huge contributing factor to people's behavior. My mom doesn't want him to know that she has told me because he would think it was a betrayal or something.
What? A betrayal?
It seems like there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, I would say.
Oh, and I should add that although I want my mom to get a divorce, I'm very worried about that going wrong because she has zero clue about their shared finances and retirement right now, so she's completely dependent.
Yep.
Dad works and she stays home and lets him take care of all their accounts and the bills. And my dad has his own personal lawyer that he's known for years, and while she's never dealt with legal stuff. So legal and financial resources that she could use if it does come down to a divorce would be appreciated. I'm actually afraid my dad is only appeasing her now, and he is actually preparing for a divorce so that he has the upper hand.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. If she has proof of infidelity, and she has been working from home, or no, she have not working at all, but staying home
for that long,
all she has to do is show up in divorce court. It's like showing up at a bowling league with a 300 handicap.
He's going to get hammered. Yeah. It's an auto win for her.
Yeah, auto win. There's absolutely no way that he can have any sort of upper hand in the divorce.
She just has to walk in the door.
Yeah. If she walks into any divorce lawyer's office right now, no cash in hand, not even a checkbook, and says, my husband has been cheating on me for the past 10 years with prostitutes. I have proof. I'm getting a divorce. I'll work for that on spec, because I'm different and I love you.
Yeah, because he knows he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
She's going to get, probably Alice isn't horny anymore money.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to probably get the house, one of the cars, half of it, anything else, half of everything.
Half!
Oh. I mean, these women, like, the bad behavior is just amazing that happens some of these. Like, I actually, like, when I was going through my divorce, just for shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles.
I spent, like, 3 weeks just in the divorce court watching the proceedings.
Oh, boy.
And it was a slaughter fest.
I would imagine, like, dudes just in the hallway or sitting there waiting for their turn, feeling like chickens for the slaughter.
That's what I felt like. It was amazing.
You're just watching everybody getting plucked, and then last thing before they go is their head on the chopping block.
But yeah, and then maybe he should just have a sit down with his wife and say, hey, listen, if we get divorced, all of this goes away because you're going to get some money, but it's not going to be like it was before.
Nope.
Yeah, and then after that, you have to work. It's all on you. You've never worked. Enjoy that shit.
Yep.
Oh.
And that is the end of the thread. And of course, the comments are just littered with people talking about how bad of a guy he is. No one is asking the key question. Why?
That's right.
Because if men are at home getting their balls emptied and their stomachs filled, they tend to be happy. We're very basic creatures that way. If we can fulfill those two basic biological imperatives for food and fucking,
where's the coals at?
We're okay. It's on the right here past 14 Mile. Because men don't decide to start dropping, $200 every other week for a Slutstitute on a whim.
There's no picture of her, right?
No, there's
I
nothing.
venture to say she might have a gunt or a fupa.
Gunt.
A gunt, yeah, gut upper nuptial taint.
I know, it just sounds even worse than the C word. There's just something about it that just, you can feel the vibrations in your chest when you say it. Gunt. What the hell? It was Ricky Ricardo out here?
What the hell is that?
What is that?
Oh, hopefully it's not my car.
No. What the hell was
Oh,
that?
it's a drummer guy.
I'm telling you, it sounded like Ricky Ricardo outside.
It's a drummer on the side of the street hitting a bucket with sticks.
Oh, it's a Jamaican dude, so he's Janky Jacardo.
He wants some money. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't see him.
I didn't see him either. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I'm like, what the hell's that?
Everybody's checking their gauges in their car and shit.
I know, that's what I was like. Oh, shit.
I'm like, oh shit, my fucking muffler's gonna fall
It's
off.
over here?
Son of a bitch. No, not this. This one. The next one.
Oh,
after
the next one?
You see it?
Oh, yeah, I see
All
it
right.
now. By Barnes
I gotta take a
Noble.
vacuum cleaner back
Barnes
because it sucks.
Suck it,
Wah, wah, wah. Sad trombone, dad jokes.
Yep.
But final thoughts on this.
My final thought is, first of all, that's a shit sandwich nobody needs.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when I found out what was going on. In my case, I got wounded, and just like they want this. Women want this. Want me to park? Or,
Yeah, you can park it.
I mean, women want this unconditional love, but men aren't entitled to that. So,
No.
you get hurt or you lose your job. A large majority of these women are like, they file for divorce.
They say it all the time. I'm so glad you love me no matter what. Oh,
That's
boy,
right.
you're gonna get fat, aren't you? Oh, I'm so fucked.
Those are warning words for fat.
And I'm locked in.
No
We're
matter
already past the 10-year mark. I'm so fucked.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to be a CrossFit queen like your friend Sarah? That'd be nice. Shit.
Good luck with that.
And I like I said, I do not absolve this dude of wrongdoing, no matter what went on in the marriage or didn't go on in the bedroom. You try to talk it out, and if you can't do that, you're risking divorce either way you cut it.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, it's going to happen.
Wow.
But when you do it this way, you're just loading more ammunition in a gun that's already pointed at your head.
You know what? That'd be a funny skit. We can get a hat with a gun that points your head. You're walking in the office. There's a lot of guys standing around with these hats on with guns. It's like, oh, you got married, huh?
Yeah.
How can you tell?
I put another bullet in the clip. I'm so fucked.
I'm so fucked, man.
Oh man, what do you guys think? Are slootstitutes an acceptable alternative to a sexless marriage, or should he just have cut his losses and called it a day?
Yeah.
Snuggled up at night with a fleshlight and some Ornpay.
If you become a master debater after you get married, you're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. But the best thing about master debating is the foreplay and the cuddle time. We didn't know.
For dudes, it's like, that's what we usually do.
And if you haven't eaten beforehand, you're like, ugh, I want something sweet. Where's a donut? We got some donuts here. Oh shit, they're hard as a brick. Damn it, I gotta go to Dunkin'. Fuck. Or Krispy Kreme if you prefer.
Is the light on at Krispy Kreme?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, no, the thing is when they fresh off the oven, they turn this light on under the sign. You're like, I remember a couple times just driving by there, like I see the light go on. I'm like, oh
shit! I need me some saturated fat cakes, and I need them now.
We did that in North Carolina. I went out there to USR, which is where everyone goes. They used to fly me and my commander in there, and we'd do the fucking reports and shit. It was so stupid, waste of money.
Nice.
But I remember I'm driving the rental car, and I got the bib, the bitch in the box going, and I'm right there. And I look over and I see the light go on, and I turn in my commander. What you doing? I'm like, shut up, don't talk to me right now. I'm on autopilot. I go on and I get like 6 of the donuts. I hand one to him. He's just like, oh, you fucker. He's like, every time he'd take a bite,
Oh, you fucker.
Fucker, that's 2 Mile Run right there.
Yeah.
He eats like 3 of the donuts. He's like, that's a 12-mile road march. You're doing it with me, pal. Shit! All right.
Damn it.
It was worth it.
You gotta walk off the jiggles until they go away.
Yeah.
So, moral of the story is, leave your cream for the donuts, not the slootstitutes, unless you want a more costly divorce.
Yeah, keep your pecker in your pants, or you're going to do the poor dance. Yeah, that's where you turn your pockets inside out, walk around.
Peeing on the side of buildings. Wind up on
I can almost guarantee you, like, probably a sizable chunk of the homeless out there, guys who went through a vicious fucking divorce,
Oh, I guarantee it.
and they just never recovered.
I guarantee it.
And a lot of them probably got all depressed and shit, and boom. That's
Yeah.
all she wrote.
Let's hope immigrant dad doesn't wind up on the streets. But if he does, I can't say he didn't really do it to himself in that particular instance.
I have a feeling immigrant dad is going to feel real
Yeah.
sad
Yeah.
in the future.
Now, I'm not saying that you should stick your junk through a hole in the wall in a seedy motel, but if you got a 50-year-old gunt at home that isn't putting out or giving you a lasagna afterwards, I understand.
If you got to roll that woman around like a Oompa Loompa,
You got to roll her in flour to find the wet
if she
spot.
pulled the pin on the fat grenade, that's a problem.
If giving her oral sex looks like you're prying apart a week-old grilled cheese, winning? No.
Yeah, you don't want none of that.
Somebody put tuna in this grilled cheese.
Stop! That's just nasty, bro.
You hungry?
No.
All right, good.
All right.
My job is done.